After spending the past 3 years in a supporting role for the Vermont Catamounts, senior forward Evan Fjeld is set to emerge as the star. We sit down with Evan to discuss his academics, his role as a senior on this team, and what it took to grow such an amazing mustache. All right, America East fans, we are here with Evan Fjeld, senior center from Vermont. Evan, how's it going?
Going well.
And really for this segment, what we're going to try to do is really give America East fans a good view into the life, both on and off the court, of some of our best student athletes. So Evan, I want to go back a bit and talk about you in high school. You're from Durham, North Carolina. How do you go from Durham to Vermont?
I don't know. People ask me that all the time, and I don't really have a good answer for them. I guess Coach Lonergan recruited me, and I came up on my visit and visited Burlington, and it's a really great town, and I loved it, and kind of just went from there. Yeah.
And what other schools were you kind of considering at that point before you decided on Vermont?
Schools mostly closer to home, a lot of Southern Conference schools. I think it really came down to Vermont and UNC Wilmington, and decided Vermont would be a better place.
And you mentioned, that you liked Burlington on the trip. You went there for your visit. What was it about, Burlington and the community and Coach Lonergan that really made it seem like Vermont was the best fit for you?
Well, it's a great town. It's beautiful, right on the lake with a cool kind of small town atmosphere. Yeah. And then I know Patrick Gym gets rocking, and fans care about the team and the game, and they come and show up, and that's rare in mid-majors, and it just seemed like a good fit.
And obviously since you've come to Vermont, this team has had just some great success. You've been to NCAA tournaments, you got to play with guys who almost made the NBA. It's kind of been a great experience for you. Can you talk about, at this point in your career, what some of the highlights and really moments that have stuck out for you at Vermont have been?
Yeah, well, going to the tournament is definitely the highlight. Winning the America East Championship and getting cut down the net was definitely the highlight of my career so far. But I've had a lot. The year before we won 24 games, and unfortunately we went out early in the tournament. But we had a fun run in the CBI. I'd never heard of the CBI, but we went and beat a team in Green Bay, Wisconsin. That was a good team, and then we lost in overtime to Oregon State, and that was a fun run too.
And obviously away from the court too, you were an all-academic selection in the America East Conference. Can you talk a little bit, what you're studying at Vermont and kind of, where the academic motivation comes from for you?
Yeah, I'm a business major and a philosophy minor, and the academics, it didn't come that easy. My freshman year, I probably wasn't as focused as I should have been, but I kind of picked it up my sophomore year and started to enjoy it more. And it's fun. I've taken some challenging classes at Vermont and some great professors, and I've really enjoyed it.
Now, as a philosophy minor, can we go ahead and say who is your favorite philosopher and why? And the why. We need that part, I think, too.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite. I'm taking an Aristotle class right now. I'm not crazy about Aristotle. He's a little too complicated and doesn't speak my language. But I don't know. I've taken some good classes, and let's see. I don't know if I have a favorite. Peter Singer maybe is a good one on the ethics of eating. He talks a lot about food and stuff. So.
Oh, interesting. Nice.
Yeah.
And to go back to the court, obviously, this year, being a senior, the team's kind of, you've gone from a guy that's always been able to contribute to now, the team's really going to be built around you on both ends of the court. As a senior, how do you change, does your leadership approach change? Does how you approach each game kind of change? What's going to be different for you this year?
Yeah, I think both change. I was selected captain, and I think that gives me a little bit of freedom to be more vocal and get in guys' faces when I need to, when maybe I couldn't in the past. I'm not going to get in Marcus Blakely's face
right.
and tell him he needs to play harder or something like that. But, these guys look up to me now, and I kind of embrace that role. And my approach on the court changes a little bit just because I can't defer. I have to go out and have a great game every night, and I got to learn how to prepare to do that. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that, but I guess it'll be a process, and I'll learn as I go.
And now I just have to ask, because it's awesome, what is the story on the mustache? When did you start growing it? What tips do you have to maintain mustaches for America East fans?
It's for Movember, which is a prostate cancer awareness, and you can go online to Movember.com and donate to the Live Strong Foundation. And I don't have any tips. Clearly, it's not the best groomed mustache, so I actually need some tips. It's the first time I've ever tried this, so it's just something that's kind of fun to do. And I've obviously never grown a mustache before, so we'll see. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. I'm kind of looking forward to shaving it off at the end of the month.